in SGD4 of quality education globally. And we are partnering with the Ghana Education Service and ERIDEC Ghana for this contest. We are proudly sponsored by DEXT Technologies, where we say practical science has been made practicable, the KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, Lifelong Learning, an essential key for development, and the KNUST E-Learning Center, where we say just a click. Let's clap for our sponsors. So as I said, this is the first of the qualifiers, and so I must say congratulations to all the 3 schools present here for making it this far. And this contest will be between New Pathways Academy, Pentecost Preparatory School, Takoradi, and St. Anthony of Padua Catholic JHS. We will humbly plead with our audience to maintain some form of decorum. If any form of excessive noise comes from a particular school, we will be forced to penalize the school by subtracting some marks. So please let us maintain some decorum. We know that the tensions are high, the stakes are high, everyone wants to make it to Kumasi, but let's calm down so that the contestants can also calm down and enjoy themselves, okay? All right. So before we begin, we would like our contestants to introduce themselves. We'll begin with New Pathways Academy.
Agambi we prosper Ainaba.
Islam Suleiman at Timbila.
Let's clap for them. And from Pentecost Preparatory School, we have
Ahmed Ward Kofi.
Hadasa Kumsin.
Let's clap for them. And from St. Anthony of Padua Catholic JHS, we have
Hannah Konto.
Esther Edwin.
Let's clap for them. So in this morning's contest, we are going to have 4 rounds. We have the fundamentals round, the fastest brain, fastest finger round, the DEXT Science and Technology Challenge round, and the Decoding the Clues round. Now, before every round, I will read out the set of instructions for the round, and the contestants are to adhere strictly to the instructions, else they will be penalized as stipulated in the instructions. Is that clear? All right. So, we'll begin with our first round, the fundamentals. Now, in this round, we'll have questions from biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, and ICT. If a school answers a question correctly, 3 points will be awarded. And if it is incorrectly answered, it becomes available as a bonus for the other 2 schools to compete for. Now, the score for a bonus question is 1 point. Schools will have 15 seconds to answer questions that do not require calculations, and 40 seconds to answer questions that require calculations. Each school has a maximum of 2 attempts for their main question and 1 attempt for a bonus question. The bonus questions, as I said earlier, are open to the other 2 schools to compete for by ringing their buzzers. So let's hear the buzzers of the individual schools. We'll start from St. Anthony of Padua. Great. Pentecost Preparatory School. Wonderful. And finally, New Pathways Academy. Amazing. So failing to press your buzzer before answering a bonus question nullifies your answer, and no point will be awarded even if you are right. So best wishes to all of you. And finally, before a bonus question, before you're allowed to ring your buzzer for a bonus question, the time of the substantive school should have run out, or you hear me say bonus before you press your buzzer. If you press your buzzer before any of these 2 things happen, you will be disqualified and you will not be called on to answer the question. Is that clear? Great. And as the competition is going on, please pay attention to me, no communication with the audience, right? Great. So if we are clear with these rules, let's give the contestants a round of applause as we begin. So the first set of questions. This is a preamble to all schools. You are to explain the given property of metals. Explain the given property of metals. New pathways, luster.
They have a shiny surface when new.
That is correct. Pentecost prep, elasticity.
They can be stretched by beating them.
That's not correct. You have one more attempt.
They can be drawn into thin long wires.
That's also not correct. So that's a bonus. New pathways.
They can easily be stretched.
No. So elasticity is the ability of metals to withstand stress or the strength of the strength or how tough the metal is. Okay. All right. Saint Anthony of Padua. Sonorous.
They have high pitch or high sound.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. It's the ability of metals to make sound. Some metals can make low sound, so it's not about how high the sound is. It's just the ability to make sound. Okay. All right. The second set of questions. Now you have to state the balanced equations for the following processes. State the balanced equation for the following biological processes. We'll begin with Pentecost Preparatory School, photosynthesis.
Six CO2 plus 6 H2O will give you C6H12O6 and plus 6 O2.
That's incorrect. Bonus. I didn't call you because I gave you strict instructions. I said until the school is timed out, you are not allowed to press your buzzer. Okay, so the answer is 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus light energy. Photosynthesis cannot occur without light energy. So that's why I did not give it to you. Okay? All right. Saint Anthony of Padua, aerobic respiration. Been timed. New pathways.
C6H12O6 plus 6O2, giving you 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus energy.
That is correct for a bonus. New pathways, your major question. Anaerobic respiration.
C6H12O6, giving you 2C subscript 2 H subscript 5 OH plus energy.
No. You can't.
C6H12O6, giving you 2C subscript 2 H subscript 5 OH plus 2H2O plus energy.
No. Bonus. So it's C6H12O6 giving you 2C2H5OH plus 2CO2 plus energy. Okay? All right. The third set of questions. We'll begin with St. Anthony of Padua. For 40 seconds, a bread seller earns 16% commission on every 50 Ghana pesos loaf of bread she sells. On a particular day, she sold 35 Ghana cedis worth of bread. How much commission did she earn that day? A bread seller earns 16% commission on every 50 pesos loaf of bread. On a particular day, she sold 35 Ghana cedis worth of bread. How much commission did she earn that day? Go ahead.
112%.
No.
%8.4%.
No. New pathways.
5 CD, 60 pesos.
That is correct for a bonus. New pathways, your major question. A trader received a commission of 12.5% on sales made in a month. His commission, I'll take it again. A trader received a commission of 12.5% on sales made in a month. If he made a commission of 35 Ghana cedis, find his total sales for the month. A trader received a commission of 12.5% on sales made in a month. His commission was 35,000 Ghana cedis. Find his total sales for the month. Been bailed out. Bonus. Pentecost.
2,800.
No. It's 280,000. 280,000. Pentecost Preparatory School, your major question. A bottle of soft drink costs 2 Ghana cedis. The commission paid on one bottle is 2% of its cost. Find the commission on 24 bottles of the same soft drink. A bottle of soft drink costs 2 Ghana cedis. The commission paid on one bottle is 2% of the cost. Find the commission on 24 bottles of the same soft drink.
$96.
That is correct. The fourth set of questions. So there's a preamble to all schools. You have to provide the main functions of the following. Provide the main functions of the following. New Pathways Academy, the cotyledon.
It supplies food to the embryo until it germinates.
I'll give it to you for 3 points. Pentecost Preparatory School, the tester.
It protects the inner part of the seed before it germinates.
I won't give that to you. Come again.
The tester is the seed coat, which covers all the parts of the seeds.
I won't give it to you. Bonus. New pathways.
The tester protects the seed from foreign threats.
For a bonus, I won't give that to you either. The tester protects the embryo against environmental conditions. Environmental conditions, that's the key word there. Because there are several other things that protect the embryo. Saint Anthony of Padua, the endosperm. Bonus. Pentecost.
It stores food. It stores food which it provides for the embryo to germinate.
That is correct for a bonus. If you hadn't brought the embryo, I wouldn't have given it to you. Okay. So the fifth set of questions. You are to simplify the following. Simplify the following. Pentecost Preparatory School. 7x over xy divided by 3 over 6y. 7x over xy divided by 3 over 6y. That is incorrect.
42xy divided by 3xy.
No, please. You've run out of attempt. Saint Anthony.
14.
14 is correct. Saint Anthony of Padua, your major question. 8x over xy times 1 over 2y. 8x over xy times 1 over 2y.
Four out of y squared.
That is correct. New pathways. 7 over y divided by 3 over 6y times 2 over 7. 7 over y divided by 3 over 6y times 2 over 7.
Three whole number, 11 over 20.
That's not correct.
Four.
4 is correct. You almost missed it. Okay, so the sixth round of questions. To all schools, you are to determine the period and the group of the following elements in the periodic table. Determine the period and the group of the following elements in the periodic table. We'll begin with Saint Anthony of Padua. Magnesium.
The period is 3 and the group is 2.
That is correct for 3 points. New pathways. Silicon.
Group 4, period 3.
I'd give it to you. Pentecost Preparatory, sulfur.
Period 3, group 6.
That is correct. So the next set of questions I'm going to read out as statements, and you have to state whether they are true or false. So for these sets of questions, they will not be passed on as bonuses unless the substantive school refuses to give an answer. Okay. We'll begin with New Pathways Academy. A seed is a fertilized ovary. Is that true or false?
False.
False is correct. Pentecost Preparatory. The sunflower is classified as a dehiscent fruit.
True.
Unfortunately, it's false. Saint Anthony of Padua. Globulin is a protein found in plants. Is that true or false?
False.
Unfortunately, again, that's true. Saint Anthony. Ram is a type of volatile Ram is a type of non-volatile storage. Is that true or false?
False.
False is correct. New Pathways Academy. Phishing is a type of cyber attack that involves tricking individuals.
True.
That is correct. Pentecost Preparatory School. HTML is a programming language that is used for creating websites.
True.
It's false. It's false. New Pathways. A car moving at a speed of 90 kilometers per hour slows down due to a speed ramp and accelerates immediately. The passengers in the car will undergo a backward and forward motion. Is that true or false?
It's true.
Unfortunately, it's false. They will move forward before going backwards. Pentecost Preparatory. If you want to reverse a car and you want to move it towards the right direction while reversing, you must turn the steering wheel in the clockwise direction. Is that true or false?
False.
False is correct. Saint Anthony of Padua. If a car moving at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour turns sharply towards the right, then the passengers will move towards the left as it turns. Is that true or false?
True.
True is correct. The last set of questions in this round, and we'll begin with Pentecost Preparatory School. In computer networking, the term ping is used to measure the bandwidth of a network connection. Is that true or false?
I think it's true.
True.
That is false. Saint Anthony of Padua. In encryption, a symmetric key algorithm uses the same key for both encryption and decryption. Is that true or false?
False.
That is true. Finally, New Pathways Academy. Wi-Fi and cellular data networks use the same underlying technology for wireless communication. Is that true or false?
False.
False is correct. On that note, we end of the first round clap for our contestants.
Didn't forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was true purpose and for.
Welcome back. This is the Junior Science and Mathematics Quiz, organized by KNUST in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service and Eridec Ghana. We are proudly sponsored by DEXT Technologies, KNUST Institute of Distance Learning, and the KNUST E-Learning Center. Before we announce the scores of the first round, would like to specially acknowledge our online audience. Thank you so much for joining us on YouTube, Facebook, and our e-learning platform. So the scores for the first round. It was indeed a very exciting round one. And we have Pentecost Preparatory School with 10 points. Let's clap for them. Saint Anthony of Padua JHS with 15 points. Let's clap for them. And New Pathways with 23 points. It's still very early in the competition, and so do not lose hope and do not get complacent. We are coming to our second round, which is our fastest brain, fastest finger round. And usually at this round, anything is capable of happening. So in this round, one question will be read out, and the contestants will compete to be the first to answer. Each question carries a score of 4 points. Now, when a contestant is ready to respond, they should press the buzzer before they attempt to answer. And answering before pressing the buzzer would disqualify the school from the question and nullify their answer. Now, after the buzzer is pressed, the contestants have 3 seconds to provide an answer. So you have your answer ready before you press your buzzer. If a school gets the question wrong, then the other 2 schools get to compete to answer. And if that school gets it wrong, then the last school has a chance to provide an answer. Now, remember that in this round, a wrong answer attracts a penalty of 1 point. Before we continue, we would like to again try the buzzers of each of the schools. We'll begin with New Pathways, Pentecost Preparatory School, Saint Anthony of Padua Catholic GHS. Great. So all the best to you as we begin. The first question. Find the area of a semicircle whose radius is 42 centimeters. Find the area of a semicircle whose radius is 42 centimeters. New Pathways.
2,772 centimeters square.
That is correct. The second question. What is the full meaning of XML?
Extendable markup language.
That is correct. Kindly wait for me to call you. You're not going anywhere. Okay. The third question. What is the full meaning of pH in chemistry? New Pathways.
Power of hydrogen.
I won't give that to you. Pentecost Preparatory.
Power of hydrogen.
No. Potential of hydrogen. Potential. The fourth question. What is the fluid-like substance that fills the cells and surrounds the organ? New Pathways.
The cytoplasm.
The cytoplasm is correct. The fifth question. What substance neutralizes the high acidity? St. Anthony.
Base.
No. I would like to finish the question. So what substance neutralizes the high acidity of gastric juice? New Pathways.
Sodium bicarbonate.
I won't give it to you. Because it is any bicarbonate. It does not have to be sodium bicarbonate. Okay. So in this round, you have to give specific answers. All right. The sixth question. What is the full meaning of SSD? New Pathways.
Solid state drive.
That is correct. The last but one question in this round. Can we have some silence, please? Solve 3/2. Okay, so solve 3/2 is a fraction multiplied by 5 minus x, all less than 7x minus 1. St. Anthony?
X is greater than 1.
No. X is less than 1. Because it's a negative, you have to switch Because it's a negative, you have to switch the sign, right?
Yeah, but in the equation, you gave us less than 7x minus 1.
No, I said greater than.
No, you said less.
I said less than. Okay, then that's correct. That's fine. Okay, so the last question in this round. Can we have some silence, please? What is the property of matter that resists a change in its state of motion?
Inertia.
That is correct. So we've come to the end of round 2. Let's clap for our contestants.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6, a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
You're welcome back from our fastest brain, fastest finger round. And we have some interesting scores. There were some positives and some negatives. So for the scores of round 2 alone, we have Pentecost Preparatory School with -1, Saint Anthony of Padua, 3 points, and New Pathways Academy, 18 points. So the scores at the end of round 2, we have Pentecost Preparatory School, 9 points, St. Anthony of Padua, 18 points, and New Pathways Academy, 41 points. Before we move on to our third round, there's a substitution for Pentecost Preparatory School. Would bid farewell to Edward and welcome Eliaza. Please, let's clap for him as he takes his seat. And while he settles down, we'll take a short break from our sponsors.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
So we'll move straight to our third round, which is the Science and Technology Challenge round. And in this round, one question will be given to all the schools. And the question in this round will require that the contestants perform a task that will be assessed. Now, the score for this round is 15 points. 15 points. Contestants will be given up to 15 minutes to complete the task. And this round is proudly sponsored by the DEXT Science Set. DEXT, we say practical science has been made practicable. Now, the contestants can turn over their sheets and read the preamble with me. Contestants have been provided with a 9 volts battery labeled V, 2 resistors labeled R1 and R2, and a transistor labeled EBC, an LED labeled L, a capacitor labeled C1, and a switch K. Now you are to construct a circuit with the components as shown in the diagram before you. When you are done constructing your circuit, you are to turn on the switch and observe what happens to the LED. Turn off the switch, wait for some seconds, observe what happens to the LED. Now you are to write down your observations in task 1 and 2 and explain why you observed what you observed in tasks 1 and 2. So contestants, you have 15 minutes. Your time begins now. Contestants, you have 5 minutes more. Remember to write your school's name on your sheet. And when you hear the time up bell, leave your experiment as it is and submit the sheet. You have 2 minutes more. Kindly be wrapping up. And again, as I said, when you are done, when you hear the bell, leave your experiment as it is. Do not touch it. It will also be marked. So your time is up. Kindly submit your sheets. Leave your experiment as it is.
ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
The ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer.
Great. So you are welcome back from our next Science and Technology Challenge. And this challenge was indeed a challenge for our contestants. But I must say, well done to all the contestants. Let's clap for them. Before I let us know the marks and how each school fared, I would first of all go through what was expected of the contestants. So first of all, they were to construct a circuit with the components that they were provided with to be a replica of the diagram that they were given on their sheets. And for correctly putting together all those components in the right order, they get 4 points. Then they were to turn on the switch, observe what happens, turn off the switch, wait for some seconds and observe what happens. That gives them another 4 points. Then they were to write down what they observed. That gives them 3 points. And then they were to explain why they observed what they observed. So if your circuit was correct, then when you turn on your switch, the LED should turn on. When you turn off the switch, the LED will take a while to turn off. It will go off, but it will take a while to go off. So those were the observations that were supposed to be made. Then for why they observed what they observed, the long and short of it is that the capacitor retains energy, and so when the switch is turned off, the energy or the current that is still in the capacitor keeps the LED on for a while before it goes off. Okay. I'll begin with New Pathways Academy. New Pathways. For this round, you could not create a new pathway, unfortunately. Your connections were all wrong, but at 1 point. So you get 1 for the connection. And unfortunately, because this, the question for this round, all the related questions are dependent on the correct putting together of your circuits, you weren't able to get any other question right. And so you get 1 out of 15. Now, St. Anthony, you also tried your very best, but you missed a connection between the transistor and the capacitor. And so for your connection, you get 3 out of 4. And then again, because your connections were wrong, even though some of your answers were right, it is based on the observations that you made on a correct connection. And so you will not get any points for those. And so you get 3 out of 15. Now, my dear Pentecost Preparatory School, with the Pentecostal fire, you had your connections right. You had your observations right. You had your explanations right. And so you get the full 15 points. So at the end of our third round, we have Saint Anthony of Padua with 21 points. Let's clap for them. Pentecost Preparatory School with 24 points. And New Pathways Academy with 42 points. Before we move on to our fourth and final round, we have a substitution for Saint Anthony of Padua. We will bid farewell to Esther and invite Mami Inshira. Great. So we move on to our fourth round. Now, before the fourth round, I'll read out the preamble or the set of rules.
It's not in me.
This fourth round is called the Decoding the Clues round. And in this round, a question will be read out as series of clues. Okay, so before we continue, would take a short break to allow our new contestant to settle in.
Ideal Solomon Bennett student is someone who is an all-rounder. I mean, practically, intellectually, morally, physically. First, the study of science was chew, pour, pass, and forget.
As a school, we thought it's as very important to let our children have a practical experience with what they study. So as a school, we decided to introduce the science sets.
As a parent, I experience what is being taught to my child in school, in the house, and I see my children telling me this is what brings the force to the machine that is carrying the load and the rest, and I'm like, wow, if at grade 5 and 6 a child is able to have all this at the back of their mind and be hands-on, then the future is bright.
Science sets has been the game changer for Solomon Bennett Memorial as a school.
Okay, so you're welcome back. I was reading out the set of instructions for our fourth round. I'll begin again. So this is the Decoding the Clues round, and in this round, I'll read out the question as a set of clues. Now, if the question is answered on the first clue, the school gets 6 points. If it's answered correctly on the second clue, 5 points. On the third clue, 4 points. And the fourth or any other clue is 3 points. The contestants are reminded that they are to press their buzzers before attempting to answer a question. Failing to press your buzzer before answering disqualifies you from that question and nullifies your answer even if it is correct. So before we begin again, we would like to hear the buzzers of our individual schools. We'll start with Pentecost Preparatory School, Saint Anthony of Padua, New Pathways Academy. Wonderful. So all the best to you, and we'll begin with the first set of clues. I am a naturally occurring polymer, and the orientation of the bonds in me make me suitable as a structural compound. The name of my monomer unit in Greek means full of sweet. Most mammals, including humans, cannot digest me. In spite of that, I am recommended as part of the diet of humans because I provide roughage. New pathways?
Dietary fiber.
No. Pentecost prep?
Carbohydrates.
No. So the last and final clue, I can be broken down by special bacteria in the stomach chambers of polygastrics. Who am I? St. Anthony? Yes, go ahead.
Vegetables.
No. New pathways, you had the answer?
Lactose.
No, it's cellulose. Cellulose. The second set of clues, sorry. I am emitted by atomic nuclei. When I am emitted from a nucleus, the mass number of the nucleus remains unchanged, even though I have a mass. If I were traveling at constant speed perpendicular to a magnetic field, my path will be circular. I am deflected. New pathways.
Electron.
Electron is correct. So I began the fourth clue, so you get 3 points. The third set of clues. I am a vector quantity. When you speed up or slow down, I am within your range. I am the rate of change associated with motion. To be precise, I am a rate of change of a rate of change. New pathways.
Acceleration.
Acceleration is correct. Third clue, 4 points. The third riddle. So I'm on the fourth riddle now. Okay, so the fourth set of clues. I am the first among all diploid generations. I contain DNA derived from both parents. In single-celled organisms, I undergo meiosis to produce offspring. In multicellular organisms, I am the earliest developmental stage of the embryo. I am
Zygote.
That is correct. And on that zygotic note, we've come to the end of the fourth round. So at the end of round 4, before I announce the scores, I'd like to say a big, big congratulations to all 3 schools, New Pathways, Pentecost Preparatory School, St. Anthony of Padua. You did amazing. And the fact that you even got to this point of the competition means that you did very well. You surpassed some other schools and you were here. And so you should be very proud of yourselves, and your schools should be very proud of you. But in competitions like this, only one person can emerge a winner. And so for the scores of round 4 and round 4 only, we have Pentecost Preparatory School and St. Anthony of Padua scoring no points, and New Pathways Academy scoring 10 points. So at the end of the competition, we have St. Anthony of Padua JHS 21 points. Let's clap for them. Pentecost Preparatory School bringing the Holy Ghost fire with 24 points. And New Pathways Academy moving to the nationals in Kumasi with 52 points. Thank you so much, St. Anthony. Thank you so much, Pentecost Preparatory. And congratulations, Prosper and Islam, for taking your school to the next level. You've done very, very well. So my name is Dr. Dokas Oyuele Kodi, and I was your quiz mistress for this contest. Enjoy the rest of your day.